Hey, it's ya boy Lern Jergi. I'm gonna skip the introduction so we can get straight to it, the Danganronpa Awards. Let's see who's bringing home the bacon today. You guys voted, let's see them results. Starting with the depressing category, cause why not? First category, Saddest Body Discovery. Starting off at 5th place, we have probably the most visually brutal body discovery in the series. Floof Boy himself, Nagito Komita with 67 votes. 4th place on the other hand is given to the body discovery of whom I personally felt the most despair over upon its first encounter. Tenko Chabashira with 75 votes. 3rd place goes to someone who, in my opinion, was easily the least deserving to be killed in her respective game, with 98 total votes. This position goes to Sakura Ogami. For 2nd place, we have someone who was not victimized by just a murderer but by a blonde asshole as well who messed with his corpse just for funsies. Here, we have Chihiro Fujisaki with a whopping 140 votes. And the winner for the saddest body discovery with 175 votes, not too far ahead of Chihiro, is my purple gremlin boy, Kakashi Oma. Moving right on, the second category, Best Execution. 5th place for this one goes to the ultimate punishment, Junko Inoshima's execution with 58 votes. Wasn't ultimate enough to get higher, I guess. 4th place on the other hand goes to Kiyaki Nanami's Danganronpa 2 execution with a total of 70 votes. Wasn't enough to execute just her either. Can we get some F's in the comments for Kiyaki and Manomi? 3rd place meanwhile is nabbed by the luminary of the stars himself, Kato Momoto with 72 votes. Though I have to say, it was a missed opportunity to not put in its music. For our second placer, we have the fastest of the fast, Kirumi Tojo with a whopping 121 votes. But not gonna lie, it was kind of unbelievable for me that she didn't get at least one limb sliced off. Finally, for the winner of Best Execution. I'd like to hope that this person won not because people wanted her to die so brutally though. The first placer is none other than piano idiot Kaede Akamatsu with 147 votes. Now, for the third category, Best Class Trial. For the 5th placer, we have the trial that shocked the world with its groundbreaking pro-tag swap and heartbreaking feels. Danganronpa V3's Trial Number 1, which garnered 55 votes. For 4th place, we have the trial with, in my opinion, the best voice acting ever in the history of Danganronpa's English dub. Danganronpa V3's Trial Number 4, which tallied up to 72 votes. For 3rd place, we have the trial to end all trials, the most earth-shattering trial of them all. Danganronpa V3's Trial Number 6 with a total of 105 votes. For 2nd place, we have the trial that probably set the bar for huge murder case plot twists in the series. Danganronpa 2's Trial Number 5 with 166 votes. And finally, our first placer, a trial which from my point of view, is the most entertaining trial from start to finish that's just a roller coaster of plot twists. Our winner is Danganronpa V3's Trial Number 5 with 172 votes. Next, for one of our more unorthodox categories, Best Character Sprites. For 5th place, we have what seems to be the most unintentionally hilarious-looking sprite in the series. Hajime's Air Guitar Sprite with 6 votes. In 4th place, we have probably the first sprite in the series to ever enter my nightmares. this Kazuichi Sprite with 11 votes. Up next in third place, we have the queen of facial expressions. This face of hers can strike down any degenerate with a simple glance. This iconic Sprite of Tenko with 14 votes. Taking the second place, we have 110% Nightmare Fuel. This is probably what they based the Bird Box movie off of. This Kakashi Sprite with 15 votes. And finally, the winner of the Best Character Sprite. After that previous Kakashi Sprite came up in the game, my son decided to up his game and keep the terror going. First place goes to this other terrifying Kakashi Sprite with 26 total votes. Next category, we have the best CGs of the series. At fifth place we have probably the most ambitious crossover in Danganronpa history, this stage performance in Chapter 3 with 7 votes. For fourth place we have a three-way tie actually. This position will be shared by the most lewd Danganronpa CG in history, the double murder of Gunham and Kazuichi, along with the brutal slaughter of Kato Momoda as well with 8 votes each. Next for third place, we have another tie. They're centered on the same character too. Nabbing this position with 2 of his own CGs are what I would want to see every morning of my entire life, and what I wouldn't want to see in my entire life, both getting 9 votes. Second place on the other hand goes to again, a brutal murder of a certain character. This guy really can't catch a break. This position goes to Kazuichi getting blown the fuck up by Nagito with 10 votes. The first place winner actually quite surprised me. The CG alone isn't that striking, but I gotta admit, in context, this moment in the story was amazing. The winner of the best CG goes to this moment of child abuse caught on camera with a total of 12 votes. Now, for the most painful category to tally up the votes for. Best Ship. For fifth place, we have a ship that I didn't quite expect to make it in the list of winners. But it's still a good ship nonetheless. With a total of 41 votes, we have Maki Harukawa and Kato Momoda. Next up for fourth place, we have my OGOTP, with a total of 50 votes. Hajime Hinata and Kiyaki Nanami. Third place on the other hand goes to a ship that's been arguably the most controversial in the series. Give it up for Nagito Komita and Hajime Hinata garnering 58 votes. Second place is gonna have to go to the ship that I would defend to my death. The ship I personally find the most wholesome of them all, Shuichi Saihara and Kaede Akamatsu with a total of 69 votes. Coincidence? I think not. For the winner of the best ship in Danganronpa, I'll have to say, this is definitely one of my OTP wreckers. Because I love both of them so fucking much, though I don't really see both of them having a relationship, they're still so cute together. Not letting Koma Hina take the Yaoi crown, we have Shuichi Saihara and Kakashi Omo with 88 votes. Now, we start to slowly creep our way to the juicier awards. Next category, Best Danganronpa Installment. For fifth place, and technically the last place too, we have an installment that definitely had its flaws but I still enjoyed quite decently and rewatched it a million times over. This position is taken by none other than Danganronpa 3, End of Hope's Peak Academy with 25 votes. Fourth place is gonna have to go to arguably the most underrated installment, but I think it still made sense to end up here. This position goes to Danganronpa Another Episode, Ultra Despair Girls with 46 votes. Up at third place is the game that, in my opinion, has the best overarching mystery surrounding it. Simple but still pretty effective. The game that started it all, garnering 60 votes, is Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. Second place is gonna have to go to the game that, I believe, is a big factor in skyrocketing the series in popularity. Presenting the game that has the Hangman's Gambit that actually makes people want to hang themselves, Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair with a whopping 284 votes. The one in first place should probably be obvious by now. I guess I shouldn't be surprised my poll ended up having this win. My channel is mostly centered on this one. The winner for Best Danganronpa Installment, probably my favorite game of all time, with a staggering 429 making up over half of the votes. We have Danganronpa V3, Killing Harmony. For the next category that, let's be honest, my Queen Junko isn't gonna win, Best Danganronpa 1 Character. Up at 5th place, a boy whose discipline and determination is solid but his heart remains soft, garnering a juicy 69 total vote count, we have Kiyotaka Ishimaru. For 4th place, we have someone who adequately fits a list for top 10 anime character arcs as well. With a total vote count of 77, give it up for Toko Fukawa. Nabbing the 3rd place is definitely one of the most interesting characters in the cast for me. She's here to prove that you don't need to be a goody two-shoes to be liked. With a total of 93 votes, we have Celestia Ludenberg. 2nd place this time goes to someone who's actually more popular than I expected to be. Mondo's gonna have to help him out cause he's going home with at least 2 awards. Let's give it up for Chihiro Futasaki with a very nice 122 vote count. Finally, the winner of the Best Danganronpa 1 Character Award is going to someone I'm not really surprised won. She is an elegant woman, who's a very lucky one at that, for landing hot snatch like the Egg Boy. The winner for this category is none other than Kyoko Kiradiri with 125 votes. You might be bored at this point but stick with us, moving on to the next category, Best Danganronpa 2 Character. 5th place for this category is going to a very eccentric person to say the least. She's someone whose enthusiasm never seems to wear off, and someone who would probably flip for getting this award. This position goes to Ibuki Miyota with a total of 57 votes. 4th place this time is going to someone who I believe everyone hated at first, but slowly and surely, this baby gangsta definitely wormed his way into our hearts. With a total of 88 votes, we have Fuyuhiko Kizuryu. 3rd place's winner is definitely someone I've sadly slept on for like quite a decent amount of time. He had the exterior of a demon, but a heart of an angel. Give it up for Gundam Tanaka, who earned a vote count of 102. 2nd place is going to someone who I'm sure countless people cried for. Words cannot describe how pure she is. Also, I'm running out of things to say in general. Give it up for Kiyaki Nanami, who got a total of 114 votes. I'm sure it should be decently obvious who's first place now. There's no way that person doesn't get first place at this rate. This bagel boy got over twice of Kiyaki's votes with a staggering vote count of 224. The winner for the Best Danganronpa 2 Character Award goes to Najito Komita. We're almost there, guys. Sorta, kinda. Next category, Best Danganronpa Another Episode Character. Not gonna lie, I don't think this person would have made it in if I included Toko in the options. Oopsie doopsie on my part. Anyway, I'm starting to sound like an ass now, LMAO. 5th place goes to Yuta Asahina with a total of 38 votes. Fourth place is gonna be nabbed by someone who in their own way was able to compete with the most evil of evil characters in the series. Though, that kinda went down the drain when she let herself go in Danganronpa 3 lol. Since she's probably suffocating in space right now, Monica Tao won't be able to reap the rewards of the 89 people who voted for her. Third place is going to someone who definitely deserves to win an award in this category. Though she, like a lot of the other murderous characters in this game, can't really be justified 100%, her strength as a person is still undeniably admirable. Give it up for Kotoko Utsuji with a total of 89 votes. Second place is gonna have to go to my favorite Danganronpa AE character. I just wanna hug him and tell him everything's okay. He must be protected. With a whopping 148 votes, we have Nagisa Shingetsu. The best Danganronpa AE character winner is definitely someone who, again, I've sadly been sleeping on. She's a well-developed and cute girl, who's a little too attached to her big brother. We have the normal girl, Komaru Naegi, with a huge vote count of 283. Anyone still watching? We're almost there, mates. Comment Haiji Towa is the best Danganronpa character if you're still here. Next category, best Danganronpa 3 character. Not gonna lie, hated this guy with a passion at first. But, he ended up being pretty good at the end. Earning the 5th place for this award is the record-breaking actually gay Danganronpa character, Juzo Sakakura, with 36 votes. This 4th placer is someone who's smart and unexpectedly thoughtful. Someone who doesn't really strike you as capable of half of the things he pulls off in the anime. Give it up for Koichi Kizakura, who garnered a total of 78 votes. Nabbing 3rd place for this award is someone who, despite being essentially ignored by his own parents, seems to still get love from a decent number of you guys. Getting an impressive 137 vote count is Ryota Midori. Second place is gonna have to go to someone who was kinda just inevitably gonna win an award in this category. She's someone who you just can't help but feel bad for. Getting a total of 144 votes is none other than Seiko Kimura. The winner for this category of Best Danganronpa 3 character is someone who was definitely willing to put everything on the line for the ones they love. Though she has died after falling into the clutches of despair, it seems she still has made a decent impact on over 165 of you. The winner is, you guessed it, Chisai Kizome. This category's results were definitely one of the most interesting, so here it is, the best Danganronpa V3 character. 5th place is gonna have to go to someone who, in my opinion, had one of the best character arcs in the story. She may not seem it either, but I see her as the best wife material in the cast. Give it up for Maki Harukawa, who garnered 36 votes. 4th place for this category is definitely someone who you would also expect to see in this list of winners. With such a short time in the story, she still made a huge impact on basically everyone both in and out of the game. Earning 37 votes for this category is Kaede Akamatsu. 3rd place is going to someone who, though I don't like too much, had a huge and undeniable impact on the game's story and dynamics when it comes to the characters he interacts with. With a total vote count of 43 is the luminary of the stars, Kato Momota. For 2nd place, we actually once again have a tie. These very good boys hold a place in my heart. They are the purest of the pure. Make sure to wear thick clothing cause their aho gaze can skewer you if you're not careful. Give it up for Shuichi Saihara and Kibo for garnering 74 votes each. Again, I'm sure everyone can tell at this point who the winner is. What's more surprising is how massive of a lead he has on the competition. In any case, he still definitely deserves this place in this category. Make way for the king, Kakuchi Omo, with an unbelievable tally of 339 votes. The final stretch is here, the best of the best front tail bearers. The category of Best Boys. Fifth place is going to be shared by two people again this time. One's freakishly tall and one is very small. They each have vote counts of 56 and both surprisingly have dicks. Give it up for Nagito Komita and Chihiro Fujisaki. Fourth place for the Best Boy award is actually a pretty surprising entry, not gonna lie. Since I'm running out of things to say, here's a hint, he's apparently the youngest in V3's cast, believe it or not. Tallying up to 57 total votes is Gonta Gakuhara. Third place is gonna have to go to a sweet boy who I honestly didn't like at first, but I have since opened my eyes to how adorable he is. His calculations tell him that he earned a total of 68 votes for himself, Keyboy. My love for the second placer for this award is really hard to put into words. His smiles just melt my heart every time I see them. I would happily throw away my bisexuality and go full-on gay for this boy. Totaling up to 78 votes is none other than Shuichi Saihara. Okay, seriously, how is he winning this badly LMAO? He's making it really hard to stretch out these award introductions lol. Anyway, you know the drill, the winner once again is Kakuchi Omo with a gigantic vote count of 249. The final category. You guys ready? To finish off Lern Jergi's first ever Danganronpa Awards, the Best Girl category. This category's fifth placer is probably one of the extremely few characters who can pull off that hair color. She dresses simply but still manages to be extremely gorgeous. Looks aren't enough either. She's a freaking genius. Danganronpa's fifth best girl has got to be Kyoko Kirigiri with 55 votes. Fourth best girl is someone who her classmates probably see as the best girl of their class too. She's arguably the most normal girl in her class while still having her own quirks to earn her 56 votes in this category. Give it up for Kaede Akamatsu. The third placer is someone who, despite her intimidating exterior, is vulnerable and insecure deep inside. With a total of 57 votes for the Best Girl category, it is none other than the gorgeous girl genius herself, Miyu Aruma. The spot for the second best girl in the series is going to be taken by someone who is probably the only one who can pull off mismatching socks. Earning herself a total of 63 votes is Ibuki Mayota. Like Kakuchi, it's actually pretty impressive how far of a lead these characters have on their competition. Both he and her are gonna be going home with a lot of awards. Since I'm legit out of things to say, let's just go straight to it. Danganronpa's Best Girl award goes to the one who got a total vote count of 172, Kiyaki Nanami.
Again, thank you so much for all those who participated in the voting and waiting for this video. I apologize for using text-to-speech for this video too. It's considerably less time-consuming to use. I hope you guys enjoyed this award process anyway. Thanks for watching again, and don't forget to subscribe to keep updated with my crappy videos. That is all.